Hey, what's up, everybody? Today I just wanted to shoot from the hip and talk about my experience of starting an agency and getting it to $10,000 or making $10,000 in 3 weeks. Now, I kind of made $10,000 in my first 3 weeks and I kind of didn't. So I'm going to explain the entire story to you and what that means. And then also the process that I went through to actually make that $10,000. So hopefully going to just try to explain as much as I can so that you'll know what to do if you're just starting out. So just learn from my experiences and go from there. Anyways, I started my agency in early 2021. So I have a separate YouTube channel that I made vlogs like every month or every couple of weeks, just showing my experience or me starting my business. I was doing a documentary type series of me trying to build a business from $0 to $1 million in 12 months. I did not get to $1 million in 12 months, but started in early 2021, tried to build up the agency. I was able to build it up a little bit. I got a few clients, but it was really hard to get clients. And so I was struggling with that. And I was just looking for anything that I could to figure out how do I get more clients. And then I found some ways of getting clients using these different methods. So I went from like 2 to 3 sales calls a week to 10 sales calls per day using these kind of unique strategies. And then I kind of stopped that agency. I did something else. I did, B2B lead gen, which is kind of what I do now. And then so I started a kind of different type of agency. And then I stuck with that for a little while, but then I stopped doing that at the end of 2021. So I just kind of stopped everything and stopped the business. And so for January, February, March of 2022, this year, I wasn't really doing much. I was making money with the agency before, but then I stopped everything to kind of regroup, think about what I should do next. And then it was like March, and I was running out of money, and I was like, I need to do something, and I didn't want to do DoorDash, and so I was thinking of like how do I get back into this? I didn't really want to get back into it because I thought I wasn't that good at it. But then I realized that I was actually pretty good at it. So then what I did to get in early March or mid March of this year, I basically started doing some Facebook outreach to my potential audience. So I chose a niche of who I wanted to reach out to, and then I knew the problems of that niche. And so I found those people in Facebook groups. And so let's just say you're targeting plumbers, right? So I went to a plumber Facebook group and I knew the problems that plumbers had, which is maybe they wanted more calls coming to their phone and they wanted more hot water heater repairs. And so what I did is I went to that audience and I said, hey, I can help you get more hot water heater repairs. I used some Facebook automations to actually reach out to them. So it would just consistently send, well, at first I didn't actually use any automations. I just sent 10 messages per hour for like 5 hours. And so I would send a max of 50 per day. And so Facebook will only let you do so many per day. So it only usually lets you do 10 to 15 per hour and then 50 per day. And so I started with that and started reaching out. And I would just try to find people that were in my niche that were like CEOs, owners, founders of plumbing companies. And then I just gave them a small spiel. So a very short, this is what I do, and I just want to see if you're interested. And so the way I did it was I try to take from really good copywriters or really good direct marketers, and Jeff Bezos is a pretty good one. So he has the one-click purchasing, and so I called it like the one-click client system, or one-click one-click prospect system, something like that. And so I kind of took that and I just said, hey, I've got a one-click client system if you're interested. That was the whole message. And so I got a lot of responses from that starting out. And then they would say, what is that? And I said, well, what it is I do this, that, and the other. And then I kind of created a script or like a framework of how to get them onto a booked call with me. I have a whole separate video on how to do that. I think I uploaded it to YouTube. I'm not sure. It's in the free course. If you want access to that, it's in the course in the description. But just had a framework of, I got a one-click client system. If you're interested, yeah, sure, what's that? And then I would say, so this is how it works. And then I would ask qualifying questions. So where are you located? I say, I'm in Nebraska. And I say, okay, great. What kind of jobs are you looking for? Just kind of go back and forth asking my questions and then ask if they are interested in a call. I would also try to give a little value. So I would say, if I were you in that city, what I would do is this, that, and the other. Are you free to chat sometime this week? So I give value, showing that I know what I'm talking about, and just showing them that, I'm the real deal. And so you should listen to me because I'm giving you something. So if you give something to someone else, usually they want to give back to you in some way. And so I gave them value. This is what I would do if I were you. And then I said, do you want to hop on a call with me? And they said, yes, because I gave them something. So now they want to give me something. And so then we hop on the call and I had a done for you offer. So it was, I'll do everything for you. And if it doesn't work within 30 days, I'll give you all your money back. And so that was the offer and the guarantee. And it was super easy to sell because the offer was only really $900. And some were $900, some were $1,500. So I would say, hey, it's $900. I do all this for you, and that's it. And then some more people, I'd say it's $1,500. But overall, it's pretty cheap for businesses. And it was $900 to $1,500 per month. And so I was like, look, it's $900 per month. If it doesn't work within 30 days, I give you all your money back, and blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes I would say, and I'll give you an extra $100 just for wasting your time. And so you want to make the offer sound as compelling as possible because you want them to say kind of like, what's the catch, right? What's the catch to this? And if you say something like that, then it seemed like it's almost too good to be true. That's how we want to kind of make our offers, is too good to be true. And so something that you can do to do that is if I said, you only pay per close. And they're like, what's the catch? Or something I was thinking about today is like, what if I set up everything for you for free? Or if I gave you the system for free? And they think, what's the catch? And so that's kind of what I was trying to go out with is I want to make an offer that's so good. It's still relatively it's not expensive. It's pretty cheap. And $900. If you're just starting out, you're like, well, $900 isn't cheap. And so I basically closed 9 to 10 people. And so that turned into 10 grand. And so, yeah, some of them were $900, some of them were $1,500. And that's basically it. That was the whole process so Facebook outreach is what I did. Now you have a ton of different channels. It really depends on the audience that you're targeting. And so if you're targeting a different niche, you might not be able to find them on Facebook. You might only be able to find them on LinkedIn, or you can, find their phone numbers or their emails and do SMS. And so, but Facebook works really, really well because even though you're not going to get a ton of calls, like I usually would get like a booked call every other day, or maybe a booked call every day from Facebook outreach. The thing with Facebook is that usually the calls are really high quality, for me at least. And for a lot of my clients, it was the same way, where the calls are pretty high quality, they're coming from Facebook. And Facebook is really good at segmenting markets, because even if you say you're doing a B2C offer where you're targeting, let's say, like I had someone I worked with that helps soccer kids get better at playing soccer on the field by becoming more confident. That's basically his offer. And he charges like $5,000+ per kid, and he makes about $100,000 a month. And he started with Facebook outreach, kind of going into Facebook groups and offering coaching. I believe that's what he started with. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where he started, where he would just kind of go into Facebook groups, just ask questions to parents saying, hey, I'm offering coaching. Just want to see if you're interested in me coaching your kid one-on-one. And then he moved up into a course and a model like that. But that's a B2C offer, right? So it's not even B2B. And so, I'm more talking about agency stuff where you're targeting other businesses, but you can also do B2C offers where you're targeting people and saying, hey, I'll help you become better at soccer, or I'll help you become better at a different sport. And so you can do a lot with Facebook groups because there are so many of them, and you can just segment the market. So you can find people like soccer moms, right, or basketball moms, or I have on my own group, like Appointment Booking Mastery. So people that are interested in booking more appointments, they join my group, right? And then I can go into other groups of other people that are trying to book more appointments, in those other groups. Or if I'm targeting plumbers, there's a ton of plumber groups. There's like plumber humor. There's plumber memes, and then there's plumbers questions, or plumber connect, or small business connect, or local business connect. And so you have all of these different types of businesses that you can try, and you can start there. So I think Facebook is a great way to start in terms of getting appointments and booked calls. And so if I were you, that's where I would start also, because it's just super easy to start it and run it and like just send 10 messages every hour for, 5 hours a day. And it's like sending 10 messages doesn't take, I can literally show you right now how to do this. Like, it's super simple. Let me just, change my screen here. And so if I wanted to go to a Facebook group, and I have a whole separate video on how to do Facebook outreach. That's like an hour long, so you can kind of watch that. Kind of talks about the automations that I use and all that stuff, but you could start literally without any automations, just do it manually for free and get clients. And it's crazy, right? Because it's like, I spent like $100 on the automation tool that I use, and I made $10,000, right? And it's like, is that a good ROI? I think it's a good ROI. So let's just say it's solar companies, right? You're targeting solar. Here we have like solar objections, right? So you have these just random Facebook groups, like you wouldn't really think about solar objections, but the people that are in this group are probably solar salespeople. So if you're targeting solar salespeople, this would be a group to target. And so you go to members, and then you just go into members with things in common here. And you just think about, okay, this guy is a co-founder of, this doesn't look like a client, whatever. That doesn't look like a solar company. So I'm going to try to find people that own solar companies. So maybe if I can look up, actually, I might be able to do this. Find number solar. Can I do that? Ooh, yeah, here we go. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't even know that. So now I can find people that works at Commercial Solar Power, right? Owner and CEO at Arizona Service Partners. I guess that's not really solar, or his name is Solar Energy. That's funny. And so these people all work at solar or something, have the name solar, I guess. So that's pretty cool. You can target these people and just, add them as a friend or reach out to them however you want to do. You can also just do, let's say, I think we can do just CEO, maybe, if that works. Yeah. So co-founder, CEO, right? CEO. And you can find the owners and founders, and then you can start reaching out to these guys and say, start messaging them, add them as a friend, maybe like their most recent posts. And then I usually just copy and paste a message. I have this tool called Clutch that I use. It's basically just like you can copy, what's the cost, or what's, here's access to the free course, or like just here's my booking link, here's my site. And so I just copy and paste like, hey, this is what we do, this is how it works. Just want to see if you're interested. So I have a whole separate video as well on how to create your message or what to say in your first message. And that is in the course, the free course, which is in the description below. So anyways, that's it. That's how I made my first $10,000. I mean, I talked to a lot of people that are just starting out, and I just want to give you kind of what I did when I was starting out. So again, started my agency, built it up, then it kind of stopped it, and then in March, restarted it, and then within the first 3 weeks, I only did Facebook outreach, mainly to get those clients, and then built it up to $10,000 in the first 3 weeks, and then just kind of kept going from there. So anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you soon.